Good day, footprinters. How are you going? Chrissy here, of course. Well, it's Chrissy here, and I've got my husband bought me these battery-operated candles that go in all different colours. It's got a beautiful purple light coming from it. Purple is my favourite colour. So I'm just going to put that over there. It's lovely because we like to go on cruises, and you can't take candles and stuff and have things that burn on cruises. So it's wonderful to take on, and if I want to do, and it's got this thing where you can click multicolour and it changes colour. It's a really great thing for meditating with and stuff like that. Anyway, firstly, welcome to all my new subscribers. Subscribers whose names showed up, new subscribers, Peachy, Eileen, and 53 Crafty Lady. Thank you. Annie H, you gave me a lovely compliment about my voice and calming, and I've been told that before, but I tend to think that on video I sound like my sister, so that is a compliment to her too. In fact, I was talking to her the other day. I needed a calming voice, and she was that. So anyway, I'm going to do a few readings, and you know, with the Senate gearing up for the trial and Nancy Pelosi gearing up to send articles over to the Senate, are they going to be witnesses? Are they not? We'll look at that. But the first thing I wanted to ask about is there's a War Powers resolution being proposed in the Senate. Will it go through? Will it be brought to the floor by McConnell, firstly? So I'm going to do a quick question on that. And then if it is brought to the floor, will it pass? Senator Markley, and I think Senator Kaine, one Democrat, one Republican, are sponsoring this bill and proposing it. And I'm sorry if there's some noise in the background. My husband's watching a video. He has turned it down, but he's got a very powerful system, and sometimes what he's watching goes from quiet to high, so hopefully it won't interrupt too much. But anyway, this War Powers resolution, will it be brought to the floor? Three of Swords, that indicates a no. Just another betrayal of McConnell, because it should be brought to the floor. The resolution was to limit Trump's power with regard to actions like that. The Star, which is a yes. The Five of Swords is a no. And the Fool is a yes. These are saying yes. But I think these are saying, I'll just put the cards down, is yes, it should be brought to the floor. But it's not going to be, because McConnell, unless there's a lot of pressure brought to bear on him to bring it to the floor. McConnell doesn't want it to come to the floor, but they know it's foolhardy to keep, you know, not to limit his powers. And, you know, because if they don't, the Star card can also be about vulnerability. If they don't, America's going to be more vulnerable because he can't be trusted to do the right thing. So let's do a couple more. So tell us more about this resolution. Page of Swords, the Hierophant, which is a maybe. Four of Swords is a maybe. And the Page of Swords is a yes. So it might take a little bit of time to get there. Some more news is going to come out about Trump. Somebody on the inside is going to come to them with more news. Bit of a spy situation, I guess. This is the institution of Congress. They realise that they're going to have to take back that power. As it's been said before, since the 1950s, it's slowly being eroded, the power of Congress. That it's slowly being stolen, I guess, by the White House, by the administration side of things, and more and more, it's less and less, and trying to do more and more with different resolutions, and Congress has to take back that power. Both houses of Congress, they have to take back that power. So if it comes to the floor, will it pass? The Magician is a yes. The Wheel of Fortune is a yes. Yes, it's time. The Moon is a no. But this is the thing. This lobster, crayfish creature is coming up from the depths of the water. So you would think it was a no, but there are people who haven't really shown their colours yet with regard to this resolution, and who won't show it until a vote. It won't. Yeah, it's time for it to happen. They have all the resources necessary to make it happen, and it's up to the chief, and the chief magician has to do it. So I'm going to ask, will Republican senators, especially since Trump said he was pushed by the Republican senators to take out Soleimani, he didn't want to do it, will the Republican senators force McConnell to bring it to the floor? And I think they can. Chariot is a yes. Strength is a yes. These are all a lot of major arcana. And the Page of Wands is a yes. Definitely. Yep. More news of Trump's actions are going to strengthen the case for both houses for Congress to seize back those powers. And it's going to happen a bit quickly than people anticipate. So if it quite possibly could go through the upper house, the Senate, that resolution that Senators Lee and Kaine, bipartisan resolution, are wanting to put forward to limit Trump's powers. And I think that it might not go forward with Trump. With regard to Trump, it might actually just go forward they might actually do more of a blanket thing. I'll look at that again later, but if one is introduced specifically with regard to Trump, yes, it's going to happen, because it's time that it came back. I cannot believe how many major arcanas were in that reading. So, now, I'm going to do a reading on the Senate trial. I'm going to ask a few questions, and as well as using a tarot deck, I'm going to be using to complement it. This is one of my favourite oracle decks. It is the Oracle of the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. It is one of my favourite decks, the Enchanted Map Oracle. I absolutely love it. I've read through all the cards in the book and everything. I still get drawn into the pictures and the imagery, and yeah, it's amazing what they can do. So I'm going to be using this as complementary to the tarot cards. Anyway, so as we're still talking about the Senate, I put all those cards back in separate. I'm going to try a little flip thing. I'm very terrible at it. You know, and then I don't like bending my cards. You know, some people bend them and they go flip. I don't like doing that, so I guess that's why I'm not the best at doing that flip thing, because I don't like bending my cards. So I'll just put things down a bit. And give them a bit more of a, and I'm going to ask about the Senate trial. Firstly, will it finish? That's popped into my head. I just keep getting the idea that it might start, but they might not have to finish it. I don't know why. So let's see. Will the trial start? So, will the trial even start? I'm going to ask that. I'm using my triad. I call them my triad reading for this. Just look. So, will the trial even start? Will the Senate trial for Trump even start? Seven of Wands. That's a defensive position. So yes, I think this is an indicator that it might. So we'll have a look. Seven of Swords. Star. Seven of Swords is a no. Star is a yes. Ten of Pentacles is a yes. Yes, it is going to start. But they're going to, McConnell's pack, whatever they are, they're going to try and shut it down quickly. Because they know he's vulnerable. And they want to, they don't want stuff to come out about Trump and his money and all the stuff he's been doing wrong with money, and lots of it. I'm not psychic and I'm not a medium. The things pop into my head. I intuitive. Just sometimes thoughts will pop into my head, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is Trump's. It's not just Trump's taxes. Money about Trump. It might not even be Trump's taxes that bring him down, despite what a lot of other readers say, some of whom are psychic. I feel that it's going to be news and proof about what he's been doing with the nation's funds, with some of the nation's funds. But I could be wrong on that, but it's definitely something about money and his handling of money. And they're afraid of that coming out. And they know they've got a really weak and vulnerable case. Defense, really, and they have to do it sneakily in order to win. So will there be enough Republican senators to vote to ensure that witnesses can be called? Queen of Wands is a yes. Nancy Pelosi has been talking to them. Eight of Cups is a yes. No. Eight of Cups is a no. Witness. And Five of Cups is a no. Nancy's been talking, but Eight of Cups is a no, but it's also the card of walking away and abandonment. And Five of Cups is loss and regret. Why? Will there be a need for witnesses? Knight of Cups. Yes. Two of Wands. There's certainly that's a yes, and there's certainly planning happening. Two of Swords is a maybe. Decisions. People are trying to make their decisions. And the Knight of Cups. Someone comes in with an offer. Yeah, there is a need for witnesses, but I think I asked the wrong question there, and I'm gonna ask my next question, do 3 cards, and then I'm gonna grab a couple of the enchanted map. So, will Trump leave office before they need to call in witnesses? No. Yes. Yes. There's going to be a lot of conflict happening. Some minor celebrations about home, the White House. Prospects and timings are good for freedom from oppression. Four of Wands. The High Priestess is going to be higher wisdom is going to come into this, and secrets are going to come out. Let's have a look what these cards say. Now, the question I asked was, will Trump leave office before they even need to call in witnesses? Before there's even a need to call in witnesses. Follow the leader. Listening. Sad embrace. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the Republicans are going to try and shut it down quickly, following their leaders. But the elephant, slow and patient and stubborn. The elephant in the room won't go away. Sad embrace. Ah. This This is follow the leader. This isn't McConnell, this is Trump. He's going to go and he's going to take a few people with him. The elephant, the Republican Party. People are going to start listening. And things are going to start. Someone from the Republican Party is going to start singing. Look at all this music here. The sad embrace. Just this figure is heartbroken. But and they're out in the cold. They're out in the cold. This figure is blue from being in the cold. Yeah, this is, I think it's a possibility. You can't, you know, it's a possibility that they might not even need to finish the trial. So I'm going to ask that question straight out next. The next question is, will the trial actually finish? Yes, that's a no. Six of Cups. That's a yes. And the Hermit is a maybe. Normally a yes and a maybe outnumber a no, but this is the old tree in the background is dying. The sun's setting on it. And there's new growth being tended to by a woman here. Six of Cups. We're going to take a step back. I'm going to get a clarifier on that. And the Hermit here, light is going to be shone on things that are going to mean that stuff that's been long hidden is going to come out and bring the need for this trial to an end, because things going back years are going to come out. I want to clarify on the Six of Cups. Come together. People are going to come together and celebrate. Sorry about that. I accidentally turned the thing off. I think there's a good chance that the trial might not even end. They might not even have to vote to acquit or get rid of or whatever, because I think maybe stuff's going to happen before then, where, you know, I think they might suspend it. That's what I think they might happen. They might suspend it. Will the trial be suspended? Three of Wands. That's a yes. That's a chicken's coming home to roost card. The Tower. Oh boy. The Tower is a no, but something big's coming out. And the Six of Pentacles is a yes. Yeah. Stuff's coming out about money. Yeah, they're going to have to suspend it. suspend proceedings, I think, because something big comes out. Wow. Anyway, so that's my reading on the Senate trial. Just want to make sure I put these cards away. Yeah, really interesting. Definitely follow the leader. Trump goes down, he's going to take people with him. That was always in the card, and quite a few people are going to end up out in the cold and feeling very, very down and sorry for themselves. Yeah. So that is my reading on the Senate trial. Now, next, I am going to have an overview look at Mike Pompeo. Pomp and circumstances. He is so like a robot on pause and repeat, pause and... It's like a GIF. You know how GIFs just roll through, go back and repeat the same thing over and over again. He's like a human GIF, you know? A human GIF. Giphy Pompeo. Just doing and saying the same thing over and over again. Formulaic. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to do a reading on Pompeo. So just put these cards back in their deck. I like to do it as soon as possible when I can. If you're interested, that deck was by Liz Dean, and she's also created the deck I'm going to use for Pompeo, but this is the Magic of Tarot deck. Okay. By Liz Dean. But Pompeo, and this is one of the... I have a few decks that I have reversals in, and this is one of them. And this is another Liz Dean deck, and it's the Victorian Steampunk Tarot. Those of you who've been watching me for a while know I really like steampunk, and yeah, so I'm going to do an overview on Pompeo, because what's going to be happening with him in the next wee while, the next couple of months, I suppose. We'll do an overview for that. Yeah, okay, so an overview of what is in store for Mike Pompeo, say in the next 2 months, first quarter of the year, the next couple of months. So, Mike Pompeo, what is in store for Mike Pompeo in the next couple of months? Covered in ashes. The image of my mind of those people in Pompeii. They're just covered in ashes, and they're hollow inside. There's nothing there, nothing left there. He's going to be, figuratively, not literally, burnt to ashes. His career, there's not going to be much left of the Secretary of State. Yeah. Figuratively, it's just, yeah. His career is going to be incinerated. On the bottom, the Six of Beads, the Six of Swords reversed. difficulties. He's really having a hard time at the moment, and everything he tries to get done, there's things happen to stop it. So that's the Six of Swords. It's like he tries to get things done, but there's delays, and yeah. So I'll put this down. 7-card overview with clarifiers if needed. So the general situation with Mike Pompeo at the moment. The Empress. He's America's representative. And he's doing a bloody shoddy job. It's interesting, possibly because she's English, but this is a 1 penny stamp, foreign currency, not US currency, a queen, a head of state, somewhere else. This, of course, is Queen Victoria, Empress of India, but this is he's spending more time kowtowing to other countries' heads of state and working and working more for them than he is for America. What's his current influences? The Page of Moths, the Page of Wands reversed, and he's a bully, and he's mean-spirited, and that's, you know, and he's showing off. He's bully, he's mean-spirited, he's showing off. He's not upright. This card is the card of the Orator, the Emissary, the messenger of the king of, or the head of state, good, reliable, passionate person. Upside down, he's a bully, a messenger delivering a bully's message, a bully delivering a bully's message to the world. That's his current influences. The person in the White House and telling him, you know, be a bully. Don't be subtle, be mean, be nasty. Because that's the only way people listen. That's what bullies think, you know. What's hanging over his head? The Queen of Moths, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is reversed. Whatever he's trying to do with the page, it's not working. The reversal of this is, you know, he's trying to be like the Queen in this case, the second tier, like up there at the top tier under the president. He's trying to be impressive and statesman-like and talk to other countries that he doesn't think are important, trying to bully them into coming into line here to help other bully countries. You know, Queen Victoria was all about going out and dominating the world. Trump is all about going out and dominating the world. But whatever Mike Pompeo is trying to do to achieve this, it's just not working. It's fallen flat on its ass. Okay, what's the next step for Pompeo? What's in the immediate future from Pompeo? 10 of Dragonflies, 10 of Swords, stab, 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 stab. Long dark night of the soul. A cycle coming to an end. It's going to become painfully clear to him very, very soon in the next few weeks, in the next couple of months, that he's heading to an end of his political career. What's at the base of all this? Seven of Moths, Seven of Wands. His continual defense of Trump and what Trump did. Nobody's buying it. Nobody wants to know about it. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. And it's just like this continual defense of the indefensible, basically. I'm not saying Soleimani didn't, you know, the world isn't a better place without him. It probably is. You know, I don't agree with mass killings of people, but I'm not a big fan of assassinations either. Containment and confinement over assassination any day. But, you know, sometimes it has to happen, but in this case, there wasn't a need for it. I mean, he's gone. He is a danger that is gone. But unfortunately, people like these, they're like hydras. You get rid of one, two more replace them. And he's become a martyr. And that's, you know, when you make someone a martyr, that's the hydra is going to come out. Because they chopped his head off, but two more have come up to replace him in his name. And yeah, it's the basis. The basis of all this is his defense of something that's just not defensible. It's come out that Trump gave the order 7 months ago if one American was killed to take this guy out. I don't think that's even legal because it's not imminent. You know, giving the order. Sometime in the future, if someone gets killed, then kill him. That's not an imminent threat. That is, yeah. So, what in his past has led up to this? He's got a lot of wands. 3 of Moths, 3 of Wands. Chickens are coming home to roost. That's what it is. He's working in a very, very unsympathetic environment. People aren't inclined to listen to him, except if they're some people on Fox. But most people aren't inclined to listen to him. This is in the immediate past. He's been going out and he's been yapping, shelling out his lines, and just people aren't buying it. What's the next step for Mike Pompeo? 7 of Bees reverse, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is theft, getting away with something, and reverse is, well, not getting away with something, I suppose. 7 of Swords reverse, victim of your own lies. He's going to be a victim of his lies and of the administration's lies. Yeah. You know, victim of your own lies, of your own deception. What's the saying? What a wicked path we weave when first we practice to deceive. Or how about, yeah, getting caught up in your own web of lies. Just put that base card there. I'll shuffle again and we'll just do a couple of clarifiers. Yeah, he's in for a tough time. And he's going to be a victim of his own lies and deceit. What's this 10 of Dragonflies? What's that? Let's see. Page of Beads. Page of Swords. Spy. Disappointing news. Yeah. Yeah. um, he hasn't acted honestly. That Page of Swords, one of the aspects of it is you should act honourably and honestly, and he hasn't acted honestly and honourably. 8 of Bees reversed, 8 of Swords reversed, 8 of Swords painted yourself into a corner. He doesn't know where he's going to go. He knows what he has to do, but he can't work himself up to do it. He's just too scared to do it. And yeah. So the next step, let's have a look. 4 of Beetles, 4 of Pentacles. He's going to try and hang on, but this is reversed, so he's in danger of losing everything. Very thin ice. He's got nothing to hang on to. Yeah. He's going to be scrambling to try and find the ground under his feet. And one more, 4 of Moths. 4 of Wands. That's a celebration. A small celebration. Perhaps he's going to be relieved to get out of there. Perhaps he thinks, oh, I think he's still under the illusion that everything's going to be fine. Even when it's all falling apart, he's going to try and hang on to the illusion that everything's fine. And 2 of Beads. 2 of Swords. He's going to have to make a difficult decision. I think he might end up selling Trump down the river. Going to make a difficult decision about the King of Pentacles, Trump. Mike Pompeo is not looking in too good a condition there. He's got a bit of a rough trot ahead of him, and I can't say I'm particularly sympathetic. I'm not. So let's see. Put these cards back. Now I'm going to do one more reading. I'm going to use the Soraya Roses Steampunk deck. And I think I'm just going to do ask a general question. I'm going to ask, just a general question, general overview of the US situation. What is the situation looking like for America in the next couple of months, just generally. How are people going to feel? For the Australians who watch me, I'd like to do readings on the Australian government and all that, but I don't, because I do work for, I work for a contracting company, but my contract at the moment is with a government department, so any readings on Morrison, the federal government or the state governments, you'll have to look towards Lena or someone like that for them, because I don't feel like I should do that. That is, I keep my work separate, and yeah. And so, and to tell you the truth, I don't like reading on Morrison either, so I'm not a big fan of the guy, so that's all I'll say. I have the right to that opinion, but yeah, I won't do readings on him. When I stop working for a government department, I probably would, but until then or when I've stopped being contracted, I probably will. But anyway, so what we are looking at now is America. How will the energy be over the next couple of months for America, for the US of A? How will the energy be over the next, say, 2 months for the US, for all our friends in the US? Cameo has surprisingly shown bugger all interest in hopping up there. Maybe she went into the front room with James, I don't know. I was talking to James on the phone today, and he said, oh, Cameo's just hopped up on my chest and is snuggling into me. I said, I think she can hear my voice. And he said, well, we'll see. And he said, say hello to her. And he put the phone next to her, and I said, oh, hello, baby girl. And apparently she was like, at the phone, mum. So, very sweet. But how is the energy going to be in the US over the next couple of months? I'm going to do an overview for that, and then I'll be wrapping up. Okay, it's going to be a quick one because I'm not quite sure how much time I have left. So on the bottom, Page of Wands, lots of discussion and messages about actions. Oh, there's underneath the Page of Wands, messages about actions of the Emperor. And people are a bit tired of it all. They didn't want this choice. And there's going to be investigations. And they're going to feel trapped. They're going to feel hemmed in. So I just felt I had to take those cards off the bottom. So now we'll have a look and see if more information can come out about those. So the general situation, Ace of Wands, new ideas, new creativity, new energy, new enthusiasm. People being resourceful. Current influences at the moment, the Knight of Swords, chaos. Chaotic energy. Someone charging in, not thinking, on the pretense of protecting, but just there to create chaos. Very chaotic energy. overriding it all. Yeah, a change is coming. And a change is needed in the immediate future. The moon, more secrets are going to be coming out. I like this. This lady's showing off her bloomers and the balloons going up. They're a term for things blowing up in people's faces as the balloon goes up. So something's going to be happening in the near future that's going to maybe be a bit shocking, and like the balloon's going to go up and secrets are going to come out. It's just a general reading on the energy in America. What's underwriting it all? Sense of loss and being out in the cold. Americans are tired of the games that the politicians have been playing, especially the Republicans. They feel like they've been forgotten, left out in the cold over money. The everyday Americans, they're just what they had in security. This person is mourning someone who provided her security, who provided her love and stability. Not that she's not capable of providing that for herself, but this person was a rock for her, pardon the pun with the tombstone, and it's been taken away from them, and they're not happy about it. I'll do a clarifier on that one. What's been leading up to this? Conflict, the Five of Wands, conflict, fighting, you know. And what's the next step for America? The Empress. American voters getting up there and voicing their anger and saying what they want to see done. You know, showing it, taking action. I'll do a clarifier on here. The High Priestess, yeah, and they're sick of the secret agendas, and they're sick of the hidden agendas and the lack of wisdom. Let's do this hanging over there. Six of Wands. This is the emissary, the victorious emissary. He's riding a black horse. Yeah, victory. The end of something and a feeling of victory. It's overriding it, of coming victory. They're watching him as if they've, and it's a nameless rider. It's yeah, they're watching this rider, but this rider is blank. This is a statue. This is a statue in this picture. A monument. So the change that is coming is going to be victorious and monumental. So let's have a look at this immediate one with the woman showing her knickers. Nine of Cups. Wishes coming true. Wishes coming true. And let's have a look at what's next. The American people, the Empress, and the Sun. The sun shining down on the American people, on America. And no avoiding to have one of the reading meanings I've come across for the Ace of Swords is have no doubt of that. American people, new days, new shines, have no doubt of that. Momentous victory, have no doubt of that. A momentous change and a victorious change for the American people. That's hanging over it. Have no doubt of any of it. Okay? The Empress, the Sun, all good cards. Anyway, my darling footprinters, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to compile this video and post it before I go to bed. I love you all. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm so humbled and pleased that you've come on this journey with me. Love you all, and I will see you at the next reading. Okay, bye-bye.